right. So some things are just plain wrong. And, you know, I tried to go on YouTube and YouTube was acting a little funny. So I thought, well, I guess I'm going Facebook. And before that, my GoPro wasn't charging up. So I was getting frustrated with that. But there's bigger stuff too, right? Of course, that you just know are just wrong. And other people might see it a different way. But I found something that's, I think, going to be useful for clearing deep, deep, deep stuff. So I want to let you know about it because it's something that I found, and there's so many layers to it. And if you can find it and shift it, it makes a big difference in relationships and in life. So I want to give that to you now. So what I found is let's just say one of the things that I find that's just like wrong, and I can't imagine anything that would say it's right, even though there's people on the other side. And that's the idea of some of the vaccines, like HPV vaccine. They're trying to mandate now in Washington for every child that goes to school. Yet it's a vaccine to stop a virus that's sexually transmitted for children that won't be sexually active for years, way after the vaccine wears off, and so they would need a new vaccine anyway. So it just feels wrong. And same with the hepatitis B vaccine given at birth that's done in the United States, but hardly anywhere else in the world. And we have the highest infant mortality of any industrial, modern, rich country. In fact, we have the highest mortality rate of babies that die on the first day of life than the 20 other richest countries in the world combined. And so something's gone wrong. And I feel like, why would we give a hepatitis B vaccine on the first day of life when that's a problem, hepatitis B, that occurs among sexually active, like promiscuous people, prostitutes, that kind of thing, and IV drug users. And they're doing it to babies on the first day of life. So some things just seem absolutely wrong to me. Now, what I found is a very interesting thing, and I want to let you know about it because it's a way to shift stuff so that our relationship with other people and with life can be different. And so what I started doing is, when I feel like myself thinking that is just wrong, kind of like a self-righteous thing, self-righteous, that let's see, where am I hope it's on. Yeah, it's on. So a self-righteous thing, hey, Maniza, a self-righteous thing that shows up where I was just like, that is just wrong. Whether it's something that your spouse is doing, or somebody else is doing, something that Trump is doing, or something that the vaccine makers are doing, whatever's wrong. What I've been starting to do that I think you might like is to just take a step back and just allow a little space to happen, which basically means don't do anything and just hang out there. And then maybe ask a question like, what am I missing here? What is this trying to teach me? What am I not acknowledging? What am I supposed to learn here? And then the cool thing is, instead of going to the mind and trying to figure it out, just sitting in the empty space and hanging out. And there's a technique to use that I found when you're in that space. And it's the kind of thing that's pretty simple. It's really profound and it shifts a lot of stuff. But I'm going to give you how to get to it in a bit, because it takes a little practice and it takes a little practice, a little repetition, and a little bit of thinking it's worth doing, because it's easy not to do it. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. But what happens when you use this process, once you find something that activates you, once you find something that makes you kind of irritated, angry, it's just wrong. Any way you look at it, it's wrong. Even though the other people might think it's something to do, whatever that is, there's a way to clear whatever that is. And once it's cleared, you could come to a sense of peace, real peace. And it's not to say you think that it's not wrong anymore, but it doesn't activate you in the same way. And how is that useful? What I found is then there's a space where a solution can show up. Maybe even it's a win-win solution, or there's other miracles that show up around it. at the very least, you can be different where it's not affecting your health and your life and your well-being and your thoughts, and you're not running around for the rest of the day just upset because somebody else did something wrong, including a vaccine maker or anybody. So so it's something I want you to take a look at if you want. If this sounds interesting to you, you can do that. So the process is basically whenever you notice something that is just wrong in the world or wrong in the moment, or somebody's doing something that's just wrong, and you feel that kind of self-righteousness, that judgment, the criticism, that even if you don't say it, but you feel it's like, that's not right. Maybe even hurts your feelings or something. Taking just a moment to step back and sit in the space and maybe ask a question like, what is this trying to teach me? What is this person, what am I not acknowledging here? And then don't go looking for it, just sitting there. And so the technique is something that I want to tell you about. And it is a page that then if you go get it, I'll send it to you in an email, and it's two PDFs and a whole video, an hour of using this technique to truly let it go. There's a movie that's really quite violent, but it's got a lot of enlightenment principles in it, called Fight Club. And Brad Pitt's character is telling Ed Norton to truly let it go, to truly let it go. Now, when something is absolutely so wrong in your world, how do you truly let it go, and why would you do that? So it's interesting. You can try it and see what you notice about how life goes, and maybe how even things shift and there's a win-win that shows up out of it. So to get the process to use, once you start to notice yourself in this state of like blaming somebody for something wrong, or blaming something, or Trump or whoever it is, you can go grab this process, this technique, and learn it and use it and try it and tell me what you think. And you can grab it at ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. ralphhavens.com/enlighten up. And then I'll send you an email with these two PDFs of how to use a process, and a whole video hour of me doing it with one of our groups that we have every month. And that's the Miracles, Magic, Healing, and More group. And you can try it and see if it helps something for you. And so I'd love to hear if you try it and what you notice. And I will see you guys all very soon. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my YouTube channel. For some reason, it was supposed to be Facebook Live because YouTube wasn't working to stream it live. But yeah, let me know what you notice, and I will talk to you guys all very soon. Let's get out there and live. Let's really live. Bye now.